And here is your reigning and defending Squared Circle Action heavyweight champion, Xander, an upcoming opponent for you, the Kaiju Tower.
I'm wrestling Tower next week, and let me tell you something, Luke Da Silva. I wrestled DC Washington earlier tonight. I've had many a match this year. I've had many a match in the Royston Dome. In this Squared Circle Action run, there is no man that I could say I'm legitimately looking forward to kicking in the teeth more than the 7-foot Kaiju Tower and that little shrimp, that pea brain. If brains were gasoline, he couldn't propel a Flea's motorcycle around a raindrop.
Royston Dome, the best thing going today.
Oh, God.
You're looking at the sharpest dressed man in the building is here, the greatness, Rick Page. And of course, you know, right behind me is the man, the 7-foot Kaiju Tower.
Sharpest dressed man in the building. At best, he's second place behind Cliffhanger Chris.
If you actually have an internet connection, you kind of know what's about to go down in a few moments. But I want to address our victim tonight.
He's the sharpest dressed man because it's 95 degrees out here.
And he's the only idiot stupid enough to wear a suit.
Because the smell and odor of the Royston Dome might match your hygiene. I can barely right now stand up and talk out there. I'm about to pass out from all this smelly onion and garlic bread.
That's enough. Oh. All right, Royston, I'm here and you know what that means. It's time for business. I don't care about Big Andy. Send him on out. I need another victim. Send him here so I can do what I came to do.
You heard the Kaiju. Send Big Andy on out so we can put him on the extinction list.
Shut up, you twerp! Luke Da Silva, I am very excited for this guy.
Here's a guy, Big Andy, on the scene in Georgia. I am personally unfamiliar with his work in a personal sense.
Go get him, Andy! You say you're unfamiliar with Big Andy. Well, let me fill you in a little bit, Luke Da Silva.
Please.
Big Andy is the world's largest orangutan in captivity. Big Andy is a huge, huge individual. He's a bad go-getter. And let me tell you something. Big Andy fears nobody, not nothing, not even Tower, especially not Rick Page. He fears no individual, no soul.
You know, I was thinking about this with Rick Page and Tower. Rick Page and Tower look like the before and after of when a young-ish, middle-aged man says they're going to go on a diet and change their life, and then all they get is taller and uglier and fatter.
I have known Big Andy for quite the few years, Luke Da Silva, and I'll tell you one thing, he is best equipped to wrestle Tower right now. This man is in the best shape of his life, his career as a professional wrestler, and we are about to see, in the truest and most ultimate sense of the word, a hoss fight between Tower and Big Andy.
In the words of Big E. Langston, big thick men throwing big thick meat.
Of course, Rick Page gives him a microphone that doesn't work.
Mr. Billy Bell, if you'll indulge me for a second. Now, Ricky Page. Well, hold on. Royston, Georgia, Big Andy's back in the building. Ricky Page, you've been talking all this smack about how you got this big old giant gonna feed 5-fold farm all over Big Andy. Well, as the whole state of Georgia knows, there's been guys like Jeter. There's been guys, I don't know, that's really the biggest guy in Georgia because you ain't showing me nothing, Tower. But I know one thing, and like the whole state of Georgia knows, there ain't nobody bigger than Big Andy in Georgia. So what you're about to learn is I am the world's largest orangutan in captivity. I am King Dig-a-ling around these parts. I am the king of the jungle. All the way up to them titty nipples. Royston, Georgia, let me get it one time. Mr. Bell, you may introduce us. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate that. And now, introducing the corner to my right.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I had to
Weighs
take a
in
moment,
tonight
take my
at
headset off.
400 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, Big Andy. And his opponent, 7-foot Tower. He's the undisputed SCA heavyweight champion. Accompanied to the ring tonight by his manager, beautiful Rick Page.
You know, I think you talked about Big Andy
He's
being
the
in the
one,
best shape of his life.
The only, the man beast, Tower.
There's a pendulum with fighting someone like Tower. Do you want to try to match his size and his strength, or would you rather be smaller and able to try to maneuver around him? I think that's one of the biggest problems with anyone looking to take the heavyweight championship here at Squared Circle Action off of Tower.
Well, here's the thing as this match starts. These two hosses are locking up. These horns are locking, trying to jockey for position. A lot of smaller men have fallen to the 7-foot Kaiju Tower. A lot of men,
big chop.
however, are not the size of Big Andy. These two men are trading blows, and while they're trading blows in the formidable moments of this match, I was talking about it earlier about Big Andy. I have went toe-to-toe with this man, not only as a wrestler, but many times as a manager. Oh my God, he slammed him. Good Lord. Big Andy, I'm sorry, I got stopped. Big Andy, good God.
You know, and as a man that has lifted Tower up, ladies and gentlemen, that is by no means an easy feat to get one of his feet off the ground, let alone getting both of his feet off of the ground and putting Tower back down to the mat in the way that Big Andy just did in the opening moments.
In a way, Big Andy is nostalgia for me. Like I said, we've went to war at NCW many times, and I can tell you right now, you don't want to take this man lightly. You can tell by his size, but by his power, by his speed, by his agility, you don't want to take somebody like Big Andy lightly, and I fear that Tower may have thought he could do that in the early moments of this match, but I think he realizes who he's in the ring with now.
And notice how Tower, the one thing people don't give Tower enough credit for is his in-ring acumen. He is a veteran of this business and a student of the game. He realized Big Andy reaching out through the ropes, and he was able to pull him just enough to get his throat to hit the rope to give him that opening. But Big Andy fires back at the big Kaiju, and Tower will cut him back off of the chop.
You mentioned it, Tower, off and on, over 20 years experience as a professional wrestler. Big Andy himself, no slouch, about 16, 17 years of experience as a professional wrestler. These are two wily veterans, two gigantic hosses, years of experience in the ring. We're just going to have to see who has the tools to get it done here tonight. It could be Tower, but it very well could be Big Andy.
And would that be an upset? Big Andy comes back to the Royston Dome and knocks off the defending Squared Circle heavyweight champion.
Big Andy, Tower charged him. Big Andy sidestepped it. Now it's Andy on the other side of the ring. Here he comes. Nice body avalanche.
Andy looks to go for one more now.
Tower's rocked. Andy asking for one more, and across the ring he goes. Back in with a body avalanche again, and Tower's rocked for once, but Rick Page seems to not be flawed any by that. Big shock. What is this little troll doing? Big Andy, how about you black that eye of his so we get this, just so he'll shut up.
Please smack that stupid look off his face, but he's giving Tower too much time. Tower now back up.
Oh my God!
I believe that punch was a hard punch. It might have landed a little high. Tower.
It doesn't matter where it landed, Luke Da Silva. It just took a 385-pound monster down.
Tower
Big
up to the middle
Andy
rope.
Is rocked. Tower on the second rope. He could be. Big leg drop across the chest.
That might be enough.
I think that might be ball game. Oh.
Hey, shut up, pal. I'll come across this table and wring your stupid little neck. I bet it is.
And the winner of the match,
By hook or by crook, the 7-foot kaiju gets the job done.
I'm going to go in that ring and wrap my hands around that little idiot's throat and strangle him till his britches are full if he don't stop talking crap to me.
And I hate to admit it, but I don't think there's many people in the Royston Dome, or dare I say professional wrestling, that would disagree with you.
Nevertheless, of Rick Page's taunting and stupid remarks, Tower gets the win here at Georgia Outlaw Wrestling.
I don't think there's a man I'd like to punch in the face more in this business that I haven't yet than Rick Page. I don't think.
Much to the chagrin of Tower, or Big Andy, however. Tower with the win.
Whether we love it or hate it, there is a reason that the Kaiju is the reigning and defending SCA heavyweight champion.